So this is part 2 of what you need to know as an accountant. In this video, we are going to cover registering payments on invoices. So as a brief overview, last video, we showed how to create an invoice from a sales order, either in bulk or individually. And to start off with, I want to show you where you can find those invoices depending on exactly what you need. So if I had a sales order number and I needed to find an invoice for it, I'd probably go into sales. You want to remove my quotations because, as you'll probably notice, it only filters based on who the salesperson was. Because I'm teaching right now, of course, all of these are based on me, but just trust me, you're going to want to remove that. So based on the sales order number, we can search order for sales order 9, find it here, and then take a look at the invoice. That's kind of cumbersome, right? Like if we get the sales order number from our boss or someone on our team, then that makes a lot of sense. But if we're trying to look at invoices in general, that's not what we want to do. We want to go back to our home screen, click accounting, and then if we're only looking for unpaid invoices, right now all of our invoices are unpaid, we're going to click this guy. Thanks to the filters Odoo automatically created, we only see unpaid invoices. We can see the status is posted and it's in gray, which means that the invoice has been posted, but there's no payment on it. And then if we want to see all of our invoices, we would go to Customers, Invoices, take a look at all of these, regardless of their status. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to show you how to register a payment based on just kind of one invoice. You're going to go into Fund Customer 12. And again, Odoo is prompting you with these purple buttons to whatever the next logical step really is. So we have our invoice, we've got our sales order, everything looks good. They have given us $821.50. We're going to click the Pay button, which is really how we register payment. And then in another video, I showed you how to create different payment methods. So we're going to say this was cash. $821.50 on December 9th, memo looks good, create the payment. How did our screen change? We now have an in-payment banner in green, which is invoice was created, payment was registered, we haven't reconciled yet, that's for a whole different video. And now we have a Payment Smart button up here where we're able to click in and take a look at what we just did. This is a payment record, which is attached to an invoice record. All right. So what did that do to our general ledger? If we go into Reporting, General Ledger, last time we saw that only accounts receivable, tax received, and product sales were credited, debited, whatever you want to call them. Now, what we're able to see is that accounts receivable has been credited, and then we have this intermediary outstanding receipts that has been debited. Again, this has to do with the reconciliation process, which will be a different video. That's slightly different in Odoo, but in my opinion, makes a lot of sense. But we do see that things are moving and shifting in our general ledger. So, and additionally, where is it? Yeah, okay, great. So the payment is the one that did this. It credited and debited accounts receivable and outstanding receipts. So again, we're going to go into Customers and Invoices. We're going to go to our US Virgin Islands customer. And let's say that they're only able to pay us $75 right now, or they're sending us partial payments. What I might do is log a note in the chatter that says partial payment so that I know and that all of my teammates know that partial payments are coming in. And then we're going to do the same thing, click the button. But this time, instead of the full amount of $106, we're going to do $50. $50, okay? Cool. So for some reason, you have to click away from what you typed in order to open this payment difference. I also want to show you that if we go in and make this cash, We're able to change that. So let's say that they paid $50 cash. Odoo is smart enough that it's like, hey, you're missing $56 from the original total. What do you want to do with that payment difference? Right now, we're going to keep it open. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you what we want to do if we mark it as fully paid. So right now, we're going to keep it open and say, and tell Odoo, we've got the other $56 coming in at some point in the future. So we're going to click Create Payment. How did our screen change? We now have a gray partial banner as well as a payment record. The invoice is the only place that's going to tell you that this was a partial payment. The payments is not going to do that because it doesn't hold the knowledge that there's another $56 owed. On our invoice as well, we have the amount due is $56, and then we have paid on 12/9, we have $50. If we head back to screen, I just want to show you that this one that we fully registered is in payment, and then now we're able to see the status of partially paid. So if we ever wanted to, we could filter by or sort by that status to see all the ones that are partially paid. All right. Let's say that it's December 10th, or they said, oh wait, I have the remaining $56. It's very simple. We're going to click Pay. Odoo is going to be like, hey, you've already got a payment here. Just make sure for the reconciliation process that you don't pay twice. Thanks. We're going to click Cash, $56, create the payment. Now it's the green banner in payment, and we have two payment records here. We're able to view both of them. What did that do in our general ledger? Let's take a look. So we've got US Virgin Islands customer. We've got two separate debits for the two different payments. So things are working, things are balancing out. Under invoices, let's go ahead and say that your customer, Amanda Teaches Odoo, had a single payment for both of these. I'm going to click on both of these and click Pay. Coming in the bank, we're going to say it was through Stripe. Then group payments, we hover over this tooltip, we say only one payment will be created by partner bank instead of one per bill. We're not going to group the payments this time, but I'll show you next time what grouping payments looks like. So we've got amount of $155.29, which is the total. So smart. Thank you, Odoo. Create the payments. Okay, cool. All right, so now what if your test customer, for example, has a single check for both of their invoices? Very simple. Boom, boom. Click Pay. Let's say they paid by Stripe. Thank you very much. We're going to click this Group Payments method right here, okay? And so, of course, grouping payments, you can hover over the tooltip. It's going to give you a memo. It's going to total them all up. Create payment. This one payment has two invoices, which is exactly what we wanted. This one and this one. So if we go back to invoices, we can now see that both of these are in payment thanks to the same exact payment record. What does that do to our general ledger? We see that it's instead of invoice, it's group. So it's, summing both of these, a credit and a debit for both of those invoices, is not parsing them out on the payment or invoice line. Now, what if Amanda Teaches Odoo? She didn't send you a single check, but she sent you two 2 checks on the same day for both of these invoices. So again, they're 2 separate payments. We don't want to group them together, but we do want to save a step and register them. All right, we're going to click pay. Check. We're not going to group the payments. We're going to click create payments. The only downfall there is if they did pay by check, you wouldn't be able to do a memo necessarily right here. Got 2 different payments. So you could add in here for the 1643 for invoice 5, you could do, check number 143, or using Studio, you could add in a field here to put the checks. So we've got most of them finito. Now for a US customer, this bigger check here, for this bigger invoice here, we're just going to straight up pay it. So bank, cash, already showed you all the other doohickeys, so we're going to do the amount. Oh, I did not. Yes, I did not. Great. Okay. So let's say that it was $17,000 that they paid you. Payment difference. Odoo saying $157.16. You want to keep it open? No. We want to mark this as fully paid for whatever reason. It could be anything from Stripe fees to PayPal fees to you added a discount at the last second. Whatever you want to do, you're going to mark it as fully paid. For us, we're going to say that this was a PayPal transaction, and so that $157.16, I mean, I wish, but is the PayPal fees that they keep. It's automatically going to throw in a label called write-off because it has a general idea of the fee structure. I'm not able to tell you which account to use. I'm going to use bank fees. You can also create a brand new account in your system, in your chart of accounts, if you wanted to specifically for write-offs. Let's go ahead and create payment. What changed on our screen? We have a green in payment button. We have paid on for $17,157.16 with $0. You're like, wait, we only paid $17,000. Why is it doing this? If we click on this I, or we click up here in payments, and then we click on the journal entry, we're able to give an exact answer for that. Because bank fees was debited $157.16 all in this single transaction, Odoo is calling it. It's calling it. It's saying this was fully paid because all of the numbers are matching up. So if you wanted to, what I recommend doing is logging a note that says bank fees or something, like if you wanted to. If you wanted to let your team know, hey, they paid $17K cash and then the other $157.16 was a bank fee, that's fine. I would log it in the chatter here. So what we see is that all of these are in payment, which in Odoo reconciliation terms means that there's payments registered to these invoices. We go back to the dashboard. We don't see any unregistered invoices or unpaid invoices. And now all of the total of cash that we have is down here in payments for us to reconcile at the end of the month. That's for another video. So in short, in today's video, we were able to take a look at all of the different ways that you can access your invoices. For each of the invoices, we took some common different ways that people will pay you. We did a full payment, we did partial payment, we did writing off bank fees, we did grouping a payment, we did having them pay on the same day with 2 separate checks. And so now you have all of your invoices in payment with nothing left to do except for reconcile. Well done, good luck, I'll see you in the next video.